I don't think we have a choice, but we have to be clear that the two major superpowers in the world are United States on the one side and China on the other. And we have to have good economic relationships with both and find ways of getting a sourcing. We cannot spend automobile combustion through ICE for 97% of our cars. And Indian industry has to wake up, and we should have, in this crisis, an aggressive target. There will be at least 25 to 30% of all new cars. I think this is a big opportunity. Having said that, we start from a better place than what we started in the past. So I'll just look at some quick numbers and then come to what we need to look at. We have, give or take, roughly about $550 billion of cash reserves. If I add gold and SDRs, keeping aside net of the shorts, we are at about $600+ billion of reserves. If things go bad, our current account deficit currently is running at about $45 billion a year, give or take 1% of GDP. If we assume oil at close to between $90 and $100, our current account deficit will be about $100 billion a year, which is 2.5% of GDP. And portfolios and foreign investments, March was an extreme month where we saw 14 billion go out in a month. But if I'm being more sort of benign about it, say if we give or take lose of $50 billion a year, that's a total of $150 billion which needs to be financed, and I'm keeping the debt part aside. So with 550 to 600 billion reserves, I don't think India is in as difficult a position as it was in the earlier times. We have built up enough reserves, but there is very little room for complacency because there's a very large amount of equity in India, which is between FPI and FDI put together at about $1.5 trillion. So some of it, if it goes away, it's a lot of money for the country to be able to really absorb that. But reserves are comfortable, but not something which we can take for granted. In terms of what this crisis can do for us, and I take on from what Sajjan said, and I think about the biggest area of crisis, really, opportunity is the whole area of renewables. India has done quite well and progressed well on renewables. Therefore, we should reduce our dependence on hydrocarbons. And we've been talking about it for a long time. We have progressed on renewables. We should move at much greater speed. And I know many groups have moved at great speed, and I would request many more groups to really speed up hydrocarbons. The second area is cars and electric. We were in China. 60% of all cars in China are electric cars. In India, the number is 3%. And most projections tell me that even by 2030, India will be only 10%. We have to really turbocharge that. And of course, the issue is raw materials, availability. I don't think we have a choice, but we have to be clear that the two major superpowers in the world are United States on the one side and China on the other. And we have to have good economic relationships with both and find ways of getting a sourcing. We cannot spend automobile combustion through ICE for 97% of our cars. And Indian industry has to wake up, and we should have, in this crisis, an aggressive target. There will be at least 25 to 30% of all new cars, which will be electric cars. And what can we do about that? And stuff like that, take some bold steps. Between now and 2030, we will truly become more Atmanirbhar in a world where assets and control over assets is going to be a critical part of strategy.